Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be chatting all about how to photograph bridal details at a wedding when you don't have a lot to work with and they're very simple or minimal. Before we jump right in, I do want to share that I have a free download for you. It's 6 secrets to having amazing wedding details. You can grab it at the link down in my description. So first, let's chat a little bit about this whole concept of feeling like you don't have a lot of details to photograph. I want to first kind of debunk the myth that having simple wedding details is a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Some brides just have really simple style, and that's totally okay. Or maybe some have a lower budget and they don't have all of the money to pour into all of these really high-end details and provide you all of these things. And neither one of those things is wrong at all. It's totally okay if they don't have a lot to work with. But it's your job as a photographer to walk in and have the mindset of photographing their details seamlessly and beautifully no matter what they are, and bringing along some things that's going to help you do that. So the first tip that I have for you is to bring and use some styling elements. So for every wedding, I bring along a detail styling bag. So what this does for me is it gives me the opportunity to bring along like some ribbons and some fabrics, maybe some antique trays, some neutral colored ring boxes that I can use at any wedding, and use those when I'm styling details. This especially helps if the bride doesn't have a lot of details to work with and want to add a couple of things just to make it look more full and bring it to life a little bit. I actually have another video that I'll put right here about what's in my detail styling bag, and I break down everything that I include in there. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna go make myself a smoothie because I am starving. It's really good. It's very mango-y today. I have smoothies literally like every day of my life, and it's like the best thing ever. All right, so now we're gonna jump into how you actually photograph details when you don't have a lot going on. So the first thing that I'll do is, honestly, it's really similar to my normal workflow where I'm getting big shots first, meaning shots with a lot of different details in it, and then moving into small shots, which is like the individuals of every detail. But when I don't have a lot to work with, what I'll usually do is do one really big shot where I have literally everything they gave me in one photo. So let's say they just gave me like one piece of the invitation, maybe a pair of flats, maybe you just have the engagement ring. I'll do one photo that I'll include all of that, which I normally wouldn't do because it would just feel like way too much. But if you don't have a lot to work with, that can be a really great shot to take. Taking it from on top, lay flat, getting a lot of different angles from different sides, and then getting some vertical, some horizontal, up close, far away, just getting as much variety as you can. And then kind of going from there and making sure that you get as much variety with every detail as possible in order to give them as big of a details gallery as possible. For example, if I'm doing a shot of, let's say I just have the engagement ring and they forgot to include the wedding bands, I'll do as much as I can with that engagement ring. So if I have any florals, I'm photographing on the florals. If I have the styling board, I'll do it on the styling board. I'll even do some like on the shoes if they have some like cool glitter or something on it. Just doing as much as possible with every single thing. And then within every like backdrop that you're using, getting some close up, getting some far away, doing vertical, doing horizontal, just getting as much variety as you can and making the most of what you have. Also, another quick tip for you when it comes to the rings is if they do forget to give you the wedding bands at the beginning of the day, what I'll usually do is during some downtime at the reception, I'll ask them to give me the rings so I can go ahead and get some shots of all 3 of them together. This allows me to still get some shots of all 3 rings together, and even though it can be kind of a pain to have to grab those rings, maybe grabbing the bouquet to shoot the rings on or grabbing your styling board out again, it is completely worth it, and it adds at least an extra 10 photos to their details gallery. So good. Okay, so now let's dive a little deeper into what you do when you actually start styling and photographing these details. When I first start shooting details when they're pretty minimal and maybe I just have like one piece of the invitation, maybe one pair of flats, and maybe if I'm lucky, the engagement ring, I'll usually do one photo that has all of these things in one shot. And things just kind of work with my normal workflow from there. I usually want to do this kind of shot if I had like a full set of details that just has a lot to photograph, because it would just be a lot in one photo. But if I don't have that much to work with, then I will just go ahead and include it all in one big shot first. For example, I'll include that one piece of the invitation, I'll include the flats, I'll include the engagement ring and anything else I have, maybe add a antique tray or some styling ribbon or fabric or something to add a little extra something to it, and then take one big shot of that. And then from there, like I said, I pretty much just go into my normal workflow. So getting as much variety as possible, getting as many different backdrops as possible. For example, like if I had included that ribbon in that main big shot, I'll also use the ribbon as a backdrop for a lot of the other things too. So like I'll style the rings on it, I'll style the shoes on it, and then I'll do like just the shoes on just the styling board, just the rings on just the styling board, and just getting as many different backdrops as possible. And then within all of those different backdrops, I am also getting as much variety as possible with my shooting. So changing up the angles I'm shooting at, getting horizontal, getting vertical of everything, getting closer, getting further away, and just adding in all of that variety really helps you to have a full details gallery, even when you didn't have a lot to work with. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna give you an example of when I didn't have a lot of details to work with, but how I still styled it really beautifully. So I had like the one piece of the invitation, the shoes peeping in from the side, the engagement ring, and I had a simple pair of earrings, and then I used the ribbon almost like a backdrop just to add something else to it. And then here's gonna be another photo of just the shoes on the ribbon, just an example of how I used kind of the same backdrop with the ribbon in a different way to style something else and really keep it consistent, but also giving a lot of variety. And then I kept doing the same for each individual piece of the details, and just like I said, getting as much variety as possible. Okay guys, so if you liked this week's video, give it a thumbs up, and if you can, screenshot and share this to your Instagram stories, tag me at Stephanie Lynn Case. I would absolutely love to reshare it, and just to see you guys learning from all of these videos. It makes me so excited. And be sure to grab your freebie down in the description and subscribe to my channel if you like this video, because I upload a new video every Tuesday, and I can't wait to share more next week. Bye guys!